reviewing our downfield defense as well as adding a new concept called denying the strong space with our body. So for a quick review, if we look here on the field going from right to left, we have a flick force mark. With this flick force mark, we can define the strong space as the space that is most easily thrown to from this position, in which case it's here. We have advised our players to put their body, O is for offense and the X is defense, in the way of this strong space. Now, if we guard just right here, this opens up pathways for both ways. So we need to be even more specific now, and we're going to change this box to guarding here, the under. So we'll ask our defenders to guard the underthrow here. The goal is for the offense to have to either go around us or foul us through us to guard the space. So in these next couple clips, I'm going to talk about how we can better position and how we can better take away and implement this defense. So here in this first clip, we're attacking from right to left. We're going to get a centered disc here. And then we're coming down on defense, and we're going to be looking at Baden today. We'll see here already that the mark is flicks. I'm almost certain it's flicks because we always go flicks. And Baden is already on the wrong side. So I have made this mistake often, and I think it's just something to be aware of. But Baden is here giving the free throws. The positioning does change, and now Baden is on the right side. But as we can see here, he's not denying that space with his body. And in our updated defense, our next level defense, we would want him under there. This gives a under that is way too free. The guy's able to catch it and have time to look upfield before Baden even starts to stall. In this next clip, we're going to look at Will guarding, taking away the under. So we'll see Will right here. He's chasing his man deep, which I really like. It makes a pressured throw. The guy is already way too deep. By the time any thrower gets the throw up, it's going to float, and we're going to get a 50-50 ball, which defense really likes. The thing is that we are over pursuing, and now we're giving a free under this way. Once again, we are over pursuing and letting this free under go. Notice how the offensive player does not have to go through Will at all for this, and just gets an open lane for a throw. Now, Will does a good job at keeping up, and this player does a poor job of not cutting to the space and curling his cut, forcing a tough turn throw. But to draw that out on the field, we have an offensive player going deep, and then I want our defense to be in front of them to prevent the under. So that way, when they go deep, they have to run around us or through us in order to get to the space. Remembering that we are guarding this space. Here are some examples of Alamo doing this defense. To paint the scene, we have a offensive player here, and we have Daryl right here. The offensive player is going to have to go around Daryl, and Daryl is going to chase them to the open space. So here's Daryl, and here's the offensive player. We'll notice the disc is over here. You'll see Daryl plant his feet, and the offensive player has to move around and curve his path, and then Daryl is close. Once again, Daryl recognizes what space to guard with his body, and he's running into the player. I want to be very specific here. I said running into the player. I did not mean that. I mean he's planted and he's in the path, well established before contact is made. If we are going out directly to hit them, I would call that a foul every time. And that's not the defense we want to play. We want to play defense that is legal. And here is another example of Jacob playing defense on Grego. This is one where we aren't biting too much on the deep. So oftentimes what will happen is we will, let's say the disc is here and we're going this way. the discus here and we're going this way. Oftentimes, offense will make a jab, go this way, and then go straight under, and we'll fall for it. Jacob does a good job at keeping a buffer, a small buffer, and not biting too much on the deep. So we'll see Gray go here, and then this is Jacob, our defender. We'll see the discus here, and we'll see how Jacob doesn't bite too much on that deep until it's really there. Again, he is putting his body in the straight direct path to this open space right here, and he's making it difficult to throw. We'll see that the mark is here, so this space is really hard to hit. We can watch Jacob again. Here's the blue shirt that he's guarding, and Jacob is set up to take away the space behind him. We'll notice how he's just trying to stay in front. He's not running into the person he's guarding, but instead he's just denying the space, protecting the space behind him. Here it is again, and this time the offensive player even runs into Jacob, and we'll say that these are offsetting fouls. Offense running into defense, defense running into offense. And yeah, that is kind of the amount of defense we want to learn how to play. But just to do a quick review here, guys, we want to be protecting the strong space with our body.